Hey, I'm back with another video about leather. So this channel is a combination of my love for journaling, planners, and leather, but not in that order. First is journaling, and then it's leather book covers and making them, and then planners. So just get that straight. So it's sort of like a combination of those things, and so that's where my videos are. I really have no plan for this channel. I had no really I have no idea of where it's going or really what it's about. I just like to chit chat about things like this. And then I also thought it might be just an avenue to educate you about some of the things that I offer in my shop and some of the mediums, the leathers that I'm working with. And eventually I hope to get into kind of the process of how I got started with this. And I don't know. Anyway, this video though is about this leather from Wicket and Craig. So Wicket and Craig is a tannery on the East Coast. I have the pleasure of buying directly from them, and it's lovely. It is just a lovely experience. I have a contact with the customer service that I've developed a friendship with, and it's wonderful. I don't know. There's something about buying directly from them that just makes me really, really, really happy. So I can't even explain why. It's probably the customer service representative that I have formed a friendship with. That is probably number one. And I love their leather. It is so just top notch. So it's a full grain leather that is veg tanned. This is in the color, they call it russet, but that's not a very inspired, it's like a cowboy term and not a leather book cover term, stationary term. So I asked my daughter, she was pretty young at the time, and she said, it looks like a toasted marshmallow. So that's where we're at. Now, I didn't know that I would be typing and writing toasted marshmallow so much, because this is one of my most popular leathers. And so if I had known that, I probably would have asked her to pick a shorter name, like even shorter than marshmallow and even shorter than toasted. I have typed and written toasted marshmallow so many times. But that's where we're at. Like, it is a toasted marshmallow. So that's where the color, I mean, that's the name of it. So, and that's the history behind it. So it is a beautiful brownish, like tannish, nude-ish color. I've heard other tanneries call a similar color bone, and natural. So that's kind of where we're at. It's a finished leather. So some have asked if it's undyed, because that got to be a pretty popular term in this world, was the word undyed. So just meaning the leather hasn't had any color added to it at all. Well, we could go into that whole thing, but I won't. We'll just stick with this whole idea of undyed. And if you've heard that word or know what I'm talking about, it's just a leather that doesn't have color to it. And it's also very susceptible to stains and then sun tanning, honestly, like this color changing it. And it's, so I say those kind of like staining and getting dirty, but you could also call that patina, right? I mean, it is patina, but some people love that raw look of leather, and they want to see that book change and mold and just really take on their life. It is not undyed. This is completely finished piece of leather. It's veg tan, so it also will patina like crazy. I put some pins like here, not this pin, but I put pins in here. Oh, it was highlighters, and I kind of clipped them, and then it dented here. So, and then this is a clip mark from when the piece of leather was held up to dry. This is a clamp. I thought that was kind of cool. So it's changed and it's gotten darker. That is just what this leather does. It's got a smooth feel to it. It really feels very nice. Just the feedback, smooth and glossy. And you can treat this. You can add a water protectant. It doesn't need it, but you could add that. You could add leather conditioner to it. It would darken the leather and change it. You can, I don't know. But it is going to change. Sometimes that bothers people, but it is going to get little nicks on it. Now you can get a nick on this leather, and then it will just sort of over time sort of soften and sort of melt back into the cover. Like, it won't go away completely, but it will over time be much more manageable. So if you were to gouge this on accident, it really would be okay, because over time it's going to soften. That gouge will soften. You know, it's sort of like us, right? Like, we get gouges. Life gives us, like, gouges us, right? But time softens the gouge or softens the wound. It's the same thing with this leather. So on this piece, I had added an extra little handy little pocket here, and that did complicate this. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 layers deep. This is hard for a hand stitcher, but I did it. And anyway, that's that. Okay. I added this little handy snap to that. And then this leather is the same. So I call this Toasted Marshmallow Pebbled. And the reason I call it pebbled is because they say it's milled. So it is this leather that has been embossed, and then it's thrown into the tumbler. And please forgive me, leather aficionados, if I'm saying it wrong, but this is my understanding. It's thrown into a tumbler with several other hides and tumbled so that it's softer. It has a much softer temper than this. So this is firm, and then this is more floppy. I don't know. Can you see that? It's floppier. Trust me, it's floppier. And so it's more like, you know, cloth is not the right word, but it's more cloth-like than this. So I call it Toasted Marshmallow Pebbled. This is a passport, and this is a little Create with Pen Tomo River Passport Notebook. Isn't that the cutest thing? And then I also added this here. I hope, oh goodness, I hope I'm not out of the frame. Anyway, I added these couple little card holders here, and this is actually currently listed in my shop. And I added a little front pocket to this. Love this. This is harder for me to get a hold of, because to get it from them, they have to put 10 of these in at once, and I don't have the funds to buy 10 at one time, nor would I think I would want to. That's a lot. I don't even have room for that. So all one color and everything. So these leathers, both of these come in their range of colors. So there's honey. I almost always keep honey on hand. I rarely keep honey pebbled though. Sometimes I have it and sometimes I don't. And then they have like a medium brown, and they have a dark brown, and they have a black. One of the things with this leather is if it's on a shelf and not being used, the wax will kind of collect at the top, and it gets what's called a wax bloom on it, which can be easily combated with a dry, soft cloth and some friction to heat that wax up and have it melt back down into the leather. But the darker colors like the navy blue and the black are very prone to the wax bloom. I kind of just stay away from them. I'm sure that they could pebble any of them, but I have only had the honey in the medium brown and then this Toasted Marshmallow in the pebbled leather. I do currently have some of the pebbled leather. I have it listed right now as a front pocket option because I've seen it people have asked me to have the smooth back or the smooth main body and then put a pebbled pocket on the front, which is adorable. So I have the option in my shop, but I don't have this listed as an option, like the whole thing, just because I have so much going on, and I just haven't. I don't really have that much of it, and I haven't really taken stock of how much is left. So I realize that part of that part of this video will be irrelevant. Who knows whenever this video is watched by you. My inventory is always changing, and when I say my inventory, not just my inventory of ready-to-made products, but also my inventory of leather and what I'm able to produce, because I like a lot of variety. So when I run out, I don't necessarily restock that leather. Well, I will with this, but some of my other leathers, I don't necessarily restock. It's really kind of what season it is. And like the red, I have red in right now, and I probably won't restock it until late summer. So I just don't have the room and the means to have every leather always in stock. So anyway, do you have any questions about this kind of leather? I guess I could have gotten some honey out and compared that, thinking, because I do have some honey and I do have some toasted marshmallow. That's all I got. Thank you.